share this. Just let's go to the actual live stream and share this. All right, guys. I don't know what happened with my live stream. Something was all screwy about it. It for some reason wouldn't let me live stream. I'm still trying to figure it out and reset everything on Tumblr and on Twitter and everything else right now because I don't even know what happened. I went to go live stream and it wouldn't let me. It wouldn't let me live stream. So um I'm going to delete this because it's not working. That will be the thumbnail for the video, but it wasn't working. I don't know. Okay, I am live streaming now. Yeah, yeah, we're good to do this. We're good to do this. It will work. One way or another, I will make it work. Okay, so I promised my wonderful friend that I was going to do a Hiccup drawing, and so I'm going to be doing that. In order to do that, I need some Hiccup references because I'm terrible at drawing him, so I'm going to need something or another. Uh, I'm so glad you're excited. I'm so glad you're excited. Um, yeah, I'm going to get some Hiccup references. Not the original, as you see here, but something. I'm going to get a close up on his face. That's first and foremost. Don't need a GIF. Not a GIF. I don't need a GIF stuff. I just need an actual. We'll go with How to Train Your Dragon 2. I am so tired, guys. I can't even describe how tired I am right now. I don't even know where this is. Where am I? I need pictures, new folder. That's one called Separate and Wrap. And I'm going to put pictures in here for references. And I may use my Paint Tool Say instead of Clip Studio because I feel like that will be easier. Oh, look at this wonderful gender bend Hiccup. Who did that? Oh, they definitely nailed that. I don't want to end up down the rabbit hole, so let's just get this. We want a side view. That's a good side view. And now we're going to look for Rapunzel. Oh my gosh, so much Rapunzel. I love that really soft smile right there. I think I'm going to use that for a reference. And we want a body reference. We're going to use this as a body reference, better than some of the other stuff. I'm just going to download this because I love the glow around her. I will enjoy that. It'll give us a good idea about her height, too, so there's a plus there. So much purple, yes. Much purple, many purple. All right. Oh, so I'm going to be using Paint Tool Say, and on the subject of that, I was actually working on a comic from my original character story that I'm working on called Clockwork that I'm just going to exit out of because none of you need to see this. Who needs to see that? I'm going to work in a 2000. I think that will work. Yes, she is beautiful. Oh yeah, oh my gosh. My headphones are just randomly playing the Wicked soundtrack. I've got to turn off this. 1 second, guys. 1 second, I'll be right back. I need to hit something. Oh, I need that more. You're gonna hear everything I listen. I'll be right back, guys. I have to get something. Just keep it down. I can't find it. Okay, sorry. Oh yeah, her fan fiction is very long, but it's very good. No. Okay, I stepped away for a second and I'm completely lost at where we were talking about. Okay, as far as I know, yes, Rise of the Brave Tingle Dragons was like my gateway fandom. I got into it and I was obsessed. Um, and then I just dug deeper into it. I know I have been trying to read it. Stop it. I have been trying to read it. Listen, I'm too tired right now for this. I just want to start drawing. Okay. You can see I have hand references open. I'm getting notifications. Why am my thing is so messed up? I'm trying to figure out what's wrong with my phone right now. My headphones started playing, then the Wicked soundtrack started playing out of nowhere, and all my electronics seem to be going insane. I don't even know what's going on anymore. So we're going to open up these reference and we're going to try to figure out a pose. Yes, it was thanks to you, Emmeline. It's all your fault. So what do we want? I want to start with a close-up on both of their face. We got a close-up of Rapunzel with this sweet little smile. And we're going to open up another with Hiccup. He ain't smiling, but that's not important. I just need a good face shape. I'm drawing all over Hiccup's face right now. Okay, I'll stop. We're gonna shrink this framing down because we don't need it that big. We just need to see his face. So there we go. We got Hiccup's face, we got Rapunzel's face, and we've got my blank canvas. And we're gonna see where this goes because I haven't drawn Rapunzel in a very, very long time. I used to draw her a lot. And I have drawn Hiccup a total of 1 time. So we'll see how this goes. This is probably going to fail tremendously. No, it wasn't defying gravity. So, what's wrong with drawing a ponytail on Jack? Get over it. Clearly, that was the best of ideas. I might even do it again. How do you like them apples? I'm trying to figure out how to do this. I'm going to move this all the way here. I'm going to pull this out all the way this way so I can actually see their faces. I'm going to shrink this. Doo-doo. And then some. We're going to start with Rapunzel because she is ultimately the one I find the easiest to draw. That one's good. That one's good. I'm actually working on an animatic for the Wicked soundtrack. But I've been drawing stuff for people, so I stopped. I really should finish that. There's one I really want to finish. It's very short. It's the last song, and I've never seen the musical, but I had this image in my head, the scene in my head that was playing over and over again. And so I'm like, I don't care what's in the musical. I'm going to draw this out before it drives me crazy. And I've gotten some of it done, but I haven't finished the entire thing. So we're going to do something really cute, I think. Trying to figure out what we're going to do. Ooh, 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 ooh. I got an idea. I got an idea. No one better question this. I'm going to see if this works. Freak. Now, if I can actually draw a circle. I can draw a circle. Look at that. This has probably been done before. Maybe not. Hopefully not. What idea? I'm. My Wi-Fi is all messed up too. Everything electronically is messed up. I'm messed up. My brain is messed up. What the heck is going on here? Nope, that's not what I wanted. One of my favorite buttons, Control T. That means I can transform a thing. Transform a thing. What idea? What idea? What are you talking about, 10? Yes, we're all messed up in our own special way. I'm a drawing. For their pose, okay, you're all going to either love this or hate this. Um, I'm going to draw Rapunzel putting a flower crown on Hiccup because that seems like a very Rapunzel thing to do. Should she have her long blonde hair or her short brown hair, do you guys think? I knew you'd like that. All right, I really it's this is a thumbnail sketch, so you guys are gonna have to forgive me because it's gonna look absolutely horrible. And I'm not even really taking my thing off. I'm just trying to get a basic idea. Like maybe he was kneeling down to write stuff in his book. She looks way too tall. She will have a flower crown. All right, all right. Because this is for you, Margaret. Okay, because this is for you. Um, how do you want her hair to look? Do you want it short and brown or long and blonde? That rhymed. That was not my intention. This is really terrible, but it's just to give a basic idea. So there it is. That's a thumbnail sketch. Make your choice. Da na 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 na. Na 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 na. Short and brown. Okay. Short and brown it is. Because you asked so nicely. I'm gonna actually look up Hiccup kneeling. Hiccup, How to Train Your Dragon 2. So that I get a good idea. I just want him with his map. There he is with his map, but it's just the map, and it's not him writing in the map. This is not working. Ooh, there we go. It's a GIF. Dang it. I don't want a GIF. I want him literally. Ooh, why is this so hard? No. No. All right, let's view more from the scene. Maybe we'll find more. Well, there's a lot of Hiccup and Astrid. Rest in peace. Looking at the map, looking at the map. Not what I want. I am looking for something so stupidly simple, but I can't even find it. Why is this so hard? Clearly, my computer hates me today. But while we're on the subject, can we all agree that this is the absolute best moment to pause and have Train Your Dragon? This shouldn't be so hard to find. Nope. All right, one of you are bound to be smarter than me. Can you find the picture I'm looking for? Ah, this will work. Okay, we all need food to live. I don't care. Ooh, ooh, that's closer. Also, another perfect moment to pause. Look at his face. It's absolutely the best. Ooh, perfect. And it isn't a GIF, but it's not the scene I want. Yep. All these pictures are amazing. They're just not the pictures I need. Hiccup and Toothless are friendship goals. I think this is the best one I've found yet. This one is good. This one is like perfect. This one's really good. If this is a GIF, I'm going to scream. It was a freaking GIF. I don't want it as a web file. I want it. Why is this so hard? You've got it? Send me the stupid image so I'm not driven bloody mad. No. Haha! An actual GPG mod. What? What? What is that? What is. So confused. I think that pretty much sums up. There we go. Finally, I found the image I want. Where's my save? Okay. I don't know if I'm going to be doing this for long tonight because I got stuff I have to do, but I'm going to try to get as much done as possible. Let's pull up these images that I needed so desperately. I like this one. That one is a really good pose. Very good pose. But we're going to turn his head so that he's looking up instead of down. Yeah, that's it. That's it. That's it. That's the picture I needed. That's the picture I needed. Why don't I see it? Why isn't it popping up? Oh. Hello. That's the reference I needed. Thank you. I knew it was out there somewhere. I don't know how you found it, but I'll take it. It just took me forever to actually... I gotta exit out of this. Okay. So we got this scene here that we need. There's another... Oh, of course you made a screenshot of the film. Well, thank you. I had supper already. I'm not that hungry. Okay, so we're going to have him in this pose and the other one. It's here somewhere. Come in. I thought you would pick these up. Okay, let's see. Oh, you could have asked me to come in. All right. Why do I have to ask? You're the one that... 1 second, guys. All right. Why is my phone dinging? I just... You know, my phone is usually off. It's on vibrate all the time because I just can't stand the sound of it. I'm having a bad day with electronics. Yeah, I like your picture. It's really good, but I think this is better. Unfortunately, because you probably took you a while to do that. So, all right. Well, we're gonna go with this for now, I guess. But he's gonna be looking up at her instead of the other pose. And he seems to have a very pointy chin, I've noticed. So we're gonna work on that pointy chin of his. I think the biggest problem I've ever had with Hiccup is his hair. His hair can be a pain in the butt. You know, I might even switch it. I don't know. He's going to be leaning on his hand, obviously. Remember that your obsession with Hiccup is hilarious, but then again, I am obsessed with a multitude of characters. Not excluding Hiccup. Not excluding Hiccup. But I don't really like how I'm drawing out this pose. I gotta rethink this. I'm gonna draw this out a little bit better. Let's try this. We're gonna redraw this thumbnail. I noticed that. I saw pictures and I'm going to lose my mind. Oh, that's good to know. Where have you been? Emily, line. It's been all over Tumblr. They announced it as soon as this second movie came out. It was inevitable. You technically have a Tumblr, you just never use your Tumblr. I'll stop now. But it's on Pinterest too. They've been releasing little short bits of the songs. Well, that's probably for the best. Yeah, they have been talking about this since the second one came out. I'm just gonna say, they actually released one of the songs. They had already finished one of the songs, and it was called "Toothless's Goodbye," which freaked everyone out. And I think they deleted it, but it was accidentally leaked. I can't speak. This does not look like Hiccup. I am terrible at drawing these characters. I'm not spoiling things. No, because I think they deleted it. I think they deleted the song and the scene because it got leaked. And that's how everybody knew they were making a How to Train Your Dragon 3. And they were like, well, now we can't put that in the movie. Thanks, people. I think they also fired the person that leaked it. It was all over the internet. There is still no more information. That's what I said. I'm saying, like, because it was leaked as soon. The reason everybody found out about How to Train Your Dragon 3 was because that song was leaked. And I believe, if I remember right, they had to delete the scene that they were working on with that song, remake the song, and they fired the person who had leaked it. However, these are all just rumors. These are things I heard. I think the phrase is through the grapevine, so I don't know. I know I heard the song, and I think I still have it saved somewhere. All my characters automatically look like Jack, and there's no stopping it. I have failed in every conceivable way. 1 second, I gotta close my door. Don't lose your mind. It's gonna be fine. Yeah. Honestly, as soon as I found out about the 5th book finally coming out for the Guardians of Childhood, I lost it. I posted as many pictures as I could on my Tumblr and everything else. 1 second. Come in. Hey. I'm live streaming. Hold on, guys. I just need to take a moment. My cousin Joseph comes in and he says, I'm going to introduce my family to to YouTube. So he's coming in with his phone and he's videotaping me for his YouTube channel. And he looks at me and goes, "So what are you doing?" I go, "I'm live streaming." Oh, my family. What is my family? I guess he just suddenly decided to start a YouTube channel. I don't know. He's 11 years old. 12. 12. He's 12 years old, and I have the memory of a goldfish. Need a better image of Hiccup and all his little braids. I don't think I've got his hair right. His hair does not look right. I really suck at this. Why am I being entrusted to draw this fabulous character? So I wanted to announce this, that after this picture, I will no longer, well, some pictures I will draw for free, very rarely. But a lot of the drawings that people will be requesting, they'll have to be commissions. The braids are on the right. There you go, I fixed it. Now his braids are on the right. It's on his right. June 29th this year? Are you sure it's not June 29th, 2019? Screw! Dang it! Okay, I won't draw his dumb braids. They're not dumb, they're really adorable. I'll just draw him like this. His hair is hard. Yeah, that's what I heard. I thought it was 2019. Ooh, is it coming out around my birthday? I'll go and see it. People are like, "What are you doing for your birthday?" I'm going to go see How to Train Your Dragon 3. You're 22. I don't care. Now everyone's going to be looking up when it's coming out. Maybe it's coming out in Canada earlier. March 1st, 2019. Don't believe everything you read on the internet, right? Yeah, today the fandom went insane. I went on Tumblr and all I saw was things like that. So I'm neither surprised nor intrigued, to be honest. Not full body. It's not full body. That is a full body. There we go. Now I know what his boot looks like. Wrong picture. Boot. Yeah, I have to say that in How to Train Your Dragon 2, when they released the posters for How to Train Your Dragon 2 were gorgeous. They were beautiful posters. The outfits match their dragons. Why do the outfits match their dragons? Is anyone else bothered by this? Because I am very bothered by the thought that their outfits match their dragons. I've been doing a lot of screaming today. We're all nerds here. That's why we relate to them so well. Because we're all freaking nerds. Every single one of us is a nerd. This is my better version of Hiccups, John. I've been finally getting more hours at work, but it's still not enough. I think I'm gonna have her not have short brown hair because I feel like a few years has passed, so her hair will probably be a little bit longer. So it might be just like a little bit, like just at least to her shoulder. If it's made out of real dragon scales, that would freak me out. It why I don't know. There's a lot of theories that it does grow. I've seen theories that um, Gothel purposely cut that one strand of brown hair short so that she could always find it and remember what they did to her, like to help emphasize the story for her, something like that. It's gonna be okay. I think we're probably gonna do a sketch today. Define the sketch a little bit better, add some details to it, and then probably stop. I'm gonna be putting her in some looser version of a very Rapunzel version of the clothing worn by the Vikings. Like it's gonna look like her original dress, but with a bit of a hood and some fur along the sides. And she's probably gonna have a corset that just fits her. No puffs on the sleeves, but maybe some embroidery because she'll like to embroider. I don't know. All right, then her hair will remain short. I think just because we're not sure her hair can grow. I'm going to make it green. I know you like her better in green. I remembered that. One second, I gotta close the door. Everyone keeps leaving the door open. I don't want to bother anybody else out there with my live stream. here. So we got a very loose thumbnail sketch. We get a basic idea of how she looks, which is how I usually do it. I know I'm doing it in a different program than usual. We've got the idea that I'm drawing both in blue and in purple, and this is that way I can tell the difference between the different characters. We have all my reference pictures, and we've got a basic idea, not a very detailed idea of what we're going for. We're going to make this pencil a little bit thinner. Oh, well, thank you. Thank you. Don't get too attached to it now. It's just a thumbnail. And we're going to increase the opacity of these characters. And we're going to try to define some features. And I want to start with Rapunzel because she's behind him, and that will probably be a little bit easier. Rapunzel's also smaller, and she has a different type of face. She has a very soft chin, I've noticed, and a very round head right here. So we're going to define that head. And her eyes are very big. Now, to really show her smile, we're going to do it like this. And her eyes are probably going to be closed, but I think that's a good idea, honestly. And we're going to give her nice, luscious little eyelashes. And we're going to define her nose a little bit. And her nose is very small, so we're going to make sure that we keep that small. Now, one of the things I noticed about Rapunzel, I don't know if anybody else noticed this, but while some other characters' nose, they go straight out, like most characters' noses, they go like this. Rapunzel actually has a little bit of a hump there towards her brow, the top of her brow, which I thought was really interesting when I first started drawing her. And I try to, when I draw her character, I try to make sure I emphasize that so people can see it, because that's a very unique little bit to her face that I've always loved. We're going to give her an open mouth smile because that is very Rapunzel. She has a very slender neck. Her neck is like this. And now we're going to start drawing her hair. And her hair is so adorable. It has this little flick thing going on here. And it just kind of folds over the top like this. And it's not exactly perfect, but it's a little bit fluffy. So now we got a more defined Rapunzel. Looking more like Rapunzel as I sketch on. We're going to define the little fur. Aw, thank you. We're going to define the fur on her right here. I feel like she will wear fur because it's cold anyhow. And she likes beauty, but I believe she's also practical. So she will be wearing fur. And I believe that it will be heart-shaped. The top of her dress will be heart-shaped. And she will be wearing a dress because even though she is with the Vikings, yeah, everything about her is fluff. Even though she is with the Vikings, she still has that she probably will still love her dresses and will try to make herself look as nice as possible. She just seems like that kind of character. Practical, but she also likes the pretty things like flowers. So we're going to make sure that we're going to define her. Her arms are very slim. That doesn't necessarily mean she's weak. I mean, she uses a freaking frying pan like a pro, so we're going to go with the idea that she is not by any means a weakling. One of the things I would like to note is that she has a very small top. And in a lot of the concept sketches, this is defined continuously that she's very slender. So she is very slender in this picture. And then we're going to do this here. And we're going to show, like, unlike the Rapunzel in the movie, we're actually going to really try to show some of the stitches in the outfits. Because, yeah, they show some of the stitches in the outfits in the movie, but they don't really define like the seam of her skirt or anything else like that, which they show it, but it's not as defined or rough. So you're going to see little stitches in her dress and in her outfit very clearly defined, and this is going to be on purpose. Because I really want to show all right, so now we got her in her outfit, and it's better defined. And then we gotta draw her hands. I'm gonna draw her hand on a separate level because hands can be really difficult. So I try to draw hands on a separate layer until I got something that I like. And we're gonna show her hand like this. It's gonna be side view, and this is her thumb right here. And she's put the crown on him already. And now we're going to erase. And this is another fun trick. I think we're going to switch out the red because that's the easiest to create. And we're going to turn this into transparent. Now the pencil that I'm using right here is a transparent. So I'm going to erase with the same settings as a pencil, but is literally the pencil. So I can erase what I want. We can see the lines for the thumb here. And we can see some things here. Woo! There we go. And we're going to go back to that red. Right back to that red. So you can do this on almost any other paint program. You can turn whatever brush you're using into something transparent, which is really useful, especially if you want to erase in the form that you have drawn in, which I normally like to do. So, because it keeps the same form of the original drawing. So now we've got Rapunzel, and of course she needs her flower crown. So we're going to give her the flower crown. And I'm going to actually do the flower crown in a different color so I can tell the difference between the flower crown and her. And so and I'm not doing too many details in the flower crown. I'm just trying to give it like the impression of what a flower crown will look like. And then we're just going to add all these layers together. And there we go. We've got our picture of Rapunzel right there. We're going to make this behind sketch very transparent. I keep it because I feel like it helps me with the rest of my drawing, so it's going to stay. But there we go. We've got a very defined picture of Rapunzel that we're going to work off of. Now we're going to go to Hiccup, and we're going to add another layer above Hiccup. And we're going to make this a little bit more transparent so it doesn't get in the way of me drawing Hiccup. And like I said, I've had a lot of trouble drawing Hiccup. I'm not going to give up, but I have had a lot of trouble drawing Hiccup. So we're going to work on him a little bit more. You can see the brush is still set at about 14. And we're going to work on his hair because that seems to be the hardest, the thing I struggle with more. And his hair sticks up a lot right here. You can see if I close up on this picture, you can see that his hair sticks up right around here, right where his ear starts. So we're going to try to make it stick up around there. And then we're going to look for a front view of him. And we're going to flip this front view because I don't really like this view of him because this fits better. His hair is awful. And his hair actually goes in this direction. I almost got mixed up. His hair moves in this direction, so we want to keep it going in that direction. And yes, his braids are on his right side. It covers most of his ear. You can see that most of his ear is covered by his hair. And he has longer hair, and it actually curls towards the bottom of his neck. And we're going to work on his face now a little bit. We know that he has a pretty... Yeah, you have to work with it. He has a pretty defined jaw, but I've also noticed that his chin doesn't start until it's lower. So while Jack's chin starts around here, his chin starts around here, which is really interesting. I can look at some other pictures that possibly help show that. You can see it starts right around there, where Jax seems to be more curved. I'm not drawing the helmet. I draw the line at the helmet. I'm not going that far. I'm joking. Um, so we're gonna make a lower chin than usual. Back to his face. You want to marry him? That's going to be a little bit difficult. I'm sorry to tell you this, but he's fictional. I'm so sorry. I just ruined every fangirl right out there watching this. Um, that is depressing. Okay, so I wanted to give him a bit of a quizzing, sarcastic look, and so I think I accomplished that. Oh, thank you. He's a pain in the butt. I love him, but he's a pain in the butt. I know what you mean. Had to shrink his face slightly to fit better with the scene. Let's flip this and see how he's looking. Oh, it actually looks good from both directions, so that's good. All right. There's some drama going on in my house. All right. Da-da. Now I'm working on his armor a little bit more, and we notice that he has this little break right here, which I'm gonna try to copy the best I can, and then. All right. What? Who is it? Who is it, Lily? He has that little thing right here. I don't know what is that thing. Somebody in the How to Train Your Dragon fandom, tell me what that little red dot is. Oh my gosh, there's so much yelling right now. Hold on, I'm gonna mute this for a little bit, and I'll be typing back because there is so much yelling in the background right now, and I don't want you guys to get frustrated. So I'm gonna mute this. All right, I unmuted. It's quieted down. I don't know what was going on. I don't know what the fight was about. It's none of my business. I'm just gonna. It's done. That's all that matters. It's done. I'm not gonna worry about it. I can't worry about it. I'm tired enough as it is. I don't need any more. Sorry, I had to mute it. Okay, so I'm still working on his armor. It's very complicated. I'm going to try to do a simplified version of his armor because there's just so much to this. The fact, all right, so now that I know, I went to in this semester I took art for game design, and we had to create different things and then render them and UV wrap them and everything else like that. So now that I know what goes into the process of 3D animation, I'm kind of done with people saying, "Oh, it's so," because it's not simple. It's not simple. It's very complicated, and the fact that they had to look at these each individual pieces, these all these pieces that you see in his armor, you see how that's an actual bump in the leather, and here you have an actual sword that he can pull out. These are all modeled, UV wrapped, and put on the character, and it took forever. It takes forever. It's so hard, and it is so beautiful, and it deserves more respect. And I can't even. I have to sing the praises of these because like everything from the hair to the look, they put the scratches in the armor. They put the freaking scratch. That was so hard to do. Hopefully, sometime I can show you guys what I did in class. Um, we'll see. Apparently, I'm going to be one of my pieces are going to be on the postcard. Anyhow, I'm almost done with Hiccup. Hiccup and his little stump leg. So cute. No, the process it is okay. So here's UV wrapping in a nutshell. Take an orange, Have you imagined an orange? Visualize an orange. Now take and peel that orange. Now take and peel that orange. Now you must take that orange peel and you must add designs to it and other things to it. Then you've got to duplicate that peel 2 times. One to give the effect of shine, and another to create depth. Then you've got to put that all back on the orange peel and wait for over and all that back on the orange, and then wait a couple of hours for it to render. Now imagine that, except with all of this. Which in this, you do not have a simple orange peel that you are making. You are creating a full-on character, which means you need skin textures, metal textures, leather textures, cloth textures, and all of it has to bend and look natural. It has to catch the light just the right way. It has to be able to be used, and it has to show it having a purpose, especially in the case of his suit. Everything on his suit has a purpose. So you think the difficulty of making an orange, actually, I'm going to do that. I'm going to do that for the funsies. I'm going to see how difficult it is to actually make an orange in 3ds Max, because I just want to show people how hard it is to create a model in 3D. And once you create a model in 3D, yes, the animating process is a little bit simpler because you don't need to draw each individual frame, but it is still difficult just to create the characters. For those people for thinking that animation is cheap now and is easy, it is still very difficult, and it needs to be respected. It deserves respect. I used to hear from people that said that 3D animation was lazy, that it wasn't worth it, that they didn't like it. And I have a respect for all types of animation, because I know no matter what you're doing in the film business, it is difficult. It takes time, and it deserves people's views. It's not, people don't go and see something that's bad. It's this here. How to Train Your Dragon and how much work is put into it. These types of films is what sets a good film apart from a film like, and Emmeline, you're probably going to hate me. How about this one? It's what sets movies apart from this. Which, by the way, this was an actual film. Nostalgia Critic did review it. It was shown once on television, and this was aired in 2003, 2002, which is just after Toy Story. You think this is terrible, and you could give the excuse that it was in 2002, but let's try another one. How about this piece of crud animation? A good movie takes time and effort. And a good movie that people are passionate about takes time and effort. People mock and call simple. When people do that, I dare them to watch this and say that animation now isn't marvelous and beautiful and difficult to do. It is what sets things apart from other animations. It's how you know what a good animation is the time and effort put into it. This is beautiful. This is gorgeous. Let's never talk about that again. I'm sorry. I hope I didn't traumatize you all with that horrible image. And by the way, Food Fight came out in 2010. So for those of you who think that it was like, it's just an old movie with terrible CGI, no, it is just a movie with no care put into it. No one cared. No one cared how it was done or how it was made. All right, so we got the basic sketches for Hiccup and Rapunzel finished. What do you think of these beauties? I can get very passionate. I had to do a presentation recently, and I actually used a picture from Food Fight and compared it to a picture from Tangled. And I said, for those of you who think animation is lazy, here's lazy animation compared to real animation. And it was very important for me to get this across for people who I've had a lot of people who come up to me who say that animation isn't worth time anymore. Nobody cares about it, and nobody cares how it looks. They're just looking for the easiest way to create it, which is a lie. I know it's a lie because they do care. They all care about how animation looks. Thank you. I'm so glad you like it. Now we've got these beautiful characters. I'm very proud of this. Again, I do not ship Rapunzel, but it is so adorable. It is so adorable. Okay. So, what do you guys think? Should I get into the line art? Should I? What, seriously? I don't ship them because I ship Eugene and Rapunzel. They're adorable, but I ship Eugene and Rapunzel and I ship Hiccup with Astrid. So it's very hard for me to ship Hiccup and Rapunzel. No, you're fine. Oh my gosh. Oh, the new Hiccup. Ah, he's growing up. He's growing up. Oh my gosh. Oh. Alrighty, we are merging these two sketches together. These are the official look of Hiccup and Rapunzel together. Uh, yeah, now they're on the left. Oh yeah, I I screamed when I found out about the the Guardians of Childhood book. So I completely feel for you all. It's coming out on March 1st. Then it's official. How to Train Your Dragon 3 is coming out on March 1st. Because if it is, I'm going to go see that for my birthday. And nobody can convince me otherwise. All right, we have finished these sketches. They are adorable. I can actually delete these for now and get them out of my way because. There we go. This is beautiful. Now I've got to save this canvas, so I'm going to save as we wanted to save it as a say something. Ugh. All right. So we're going to continue until about 9 o'clock, I think. After that, I'm going to stop because I have stuff I have to do. Um, because I'm going to try to keep these a little bit shorter. I've been checking them, and they've all been spanning 3 hours long, and I'm like, nobody's going to sit through a 3 hour long video of me drawing. So we're going to try to cut this. And besides that, uh, Margaret has to get to sleep eventually. And yes, you do have to sleep eventually. I know it is late for you right now. Now we got the lines. We're going to get started on the lines. Hiccup is actually not that bad. I think I'm getting better at drawing Hiccup. I don't draw Hiccup that often, but I'm very proud of this right now. Nah, you're fine. You're going to survive. It's barely 2:30. Okay. Don't. If I find out you had to do things tomorrow, I'm going to feel very guilty. Or you want to? I like his little eyebrows. His eyebrows make me happy. This is fine. This is fine. Gotta fix this eyebrow. His eyebrow is being a pain in my butt. We want his eyebrow to do the right thing. That's a good eyebrow. Eyebrows don't like me. All right, so we got the curve right here into his eye, very slight in Hiccup's case, before it comes out into a pretty round cheek, actually. And then it goes down into his chin, which is also round but large. I thought it was a lot sharper, but it isn't that sharp. So we're going to work on his smile a little bit. And I'm going to put a little, I noticed that in some of the pictures, he has this little bit of a mark right there for his smile. He has almost no lips, so I'm not going to worry about his lips. His ear is covered. I'm going to draw his ear right here. And his hair is actually going to be on a different layer because it's so difficult to do his hair that I'm actually going to put it on a different layer. So we're going to start his hair, and it's going to follow almost exactly the same lines that I drew. And this is because I really like, unlike a lot of characters where I try to keep the hair simple, Hiccup's hair is so complicated that if I don't add a little bit more detail, it'll look really weird. So I'm going to try to add just a little bit more detail to his hair. I think they purposely make it hard to draw. Like, they make the character's hair so complicated because they want to make it more difficult for us to draw him. It's all a conspiracy. Oh, thank you. His hair covers his ear almost completely. I think I did that wrong. I'm hoping to get more subscribers, and if I get enough subscribers, maybe I can start, doing even more. Okay, so that was the wrong tune. And it wasn't a whistle. I just kind of made the noise. We were looking for the Illuminati theme, but I can't find it. I can't remember. Rosie, Google search Illuminati theme. Or not. Okay. So yeah, see, his hair covers his ear almost completely. So I tried to really emphasize that. He has a very thin neck, contrary to popular belief. Somebody found it. Hurrah. Mama Goose is proud of you. You know how to use Google search better than I do. Yeah, that's technically the X-Files theme, but I've always loved his collar. His collar has always been lots of fun. Look, we got little Hiccup faces here. Oh, it makes me so happy. I'm so proud of him. He grew up so fast. Because I said that it was all a conspiracy, that they make the characters super complicated to draw. Like, they create the characters to be super complicated so that they're more difficult to draw. Yeah, why don't give all the characters a buzz cut? Oh, I know. I'll draw Hiccup with a buzz cut. More hair mistakes. Oh boy. I'm gonna go on mute again for you guys. 1 second. All right, we are unmuted. I'm sorry. My family was having a discussion. Well, at least my sister and my grandma was having a discussion. Okay. Do 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 do. Now I'm working on his belt. What I was trying to say before, in the best way I could, was that I tried to exaggerate some of the pieces and outfits of characters because in animation a lot of things are exaggerated and people get annoyed by it, but it's on purpose because scenes are very hard to animate. People complain about the big eyes on 2D animated character. I'm going to go on another animation rant for you guys. I'd like to ask your opinion. Is it easier to animate something tiny or something big? And it's much easier to animate something big. Bigger eyes have more expression, and they look more appealing in animation because when you animate small or more realistically, it tends to go into that uncanny valley. And people don't realize how uncomfortable things. And the uncanny valley was very popular, but was used for a very long time before they realized, hey, this is kind of creepy. And I can actually look up some images. I'm going to do it again of things that the old film that fall into the uncanny valley. I'm going to show you some images that fall into the uncanny valley. Uh These are some images that fall into the uncanny valley. This is an image that falls into the uncanny valley. Granted, this is not as bad. I'm going to look. At some point, I will look up a very specific old movies where the things are super realistic, like this. This is a really good example. It's when Pixar was first learning about CGI and stuff like this, and you hardly see this anymore. But notice how the baby's face is super realistic and its body is very, very, very simple. So its body is very simple, and the rest of it is really, really realistic. And because of this, it fell into the uncanny valley. It was more difficult to animate, and it just did not look right. Here's another example of a thing falling into the uncanny valley. Here's another example of things falling into the uncanny valley. Yeah, that's really weird. So when you see animation, yes, as and the reason why is because we know what a real. All right, so this is very hard to explain, and we'll see if I explain this right, and you guys can correct me if you want. But we know what a person looks like. Yeah, we know what a person looks like. So when we see something that we know is not a real person, but looks so detailed, it can actually be more disturbing than looking nice because we know it's not natural. We know it's not real. So these are things that fall into the uncanny valley. That's why in animation they started to learn to make things more exaggerated, especially the eyes, because that makes it easier for them to do the expressions. And the head itself is bigger than normal. And I'm not saying that it doesn't match the proportions pretty well, because even if you look at all the Disney characters, their proportions for their heads to the bodies are actually pretty good, contrary to popular belief. But they learn to exaggerate specific features to make it a little less disturbing. And that's what people don't realize. It's like some people are like, "Oh, unrealistic beauty expectations." That wasn't what they were going for. When you see that the bodies are too thin, that's on purpose a lot of times too. It's just easier to work with because you're trying to show expression through the arms, the hand movements, and their faces. They're not supposed to be like their torso is not supposed to be super exaggerated. So it's made smaller, so it's easier to animate everything else. It sounds really weird, but I promise you, it's not. It's not to mess things up for people. It's not because they have an agenda. And I'm not explaining it right. I know I'm not. All I know is that I find that if I try to animate something super detailed, it does not look right. And Yes, she is. 100%. Well, she first of all, her hair is like her braids are terrible, but she still manages to look gorgeous and be strong. Like, come on. Like, how's she able to pull off such a messy braid and make it look beautiful and make me jealous? Well, whatever. I went on such a rant on animation. I'm surprised I didn't go over the 5 minute mark on my presentation at school. I really am. But I was also the only person in class that actually stood up for my presentation. And the looks on people's faces when I started talking about it, like I was shaking and terrified, but the look on people's faces, they're like, wait, really? Really? It was great. It was great. Even my teacher was like, wow, okay. You should be excited. I want you to be. I wanted to do this for you. I really, really wanted to do this for you, and I'm very happy I got to. So, who wants to guess if Hiccup loses an arm in the new movie? This wouldn't be a live stream if I didn't make somebody angry. Gotta get some roasting in the comments. Ha ha ha. I kind of would not be surprised if they killed her in the next movie. They kill her. Toothless goes off to live with the other Night Furies, and Hiccup is left all alone. In the books, in the end, he was all alone. in the end, if I remember right, and spoilers, just going to say this ahead of time for anybody who hasn't read the books. I managed to get to read some of the last book. And in his old age, again, spoilers, anybody who's watching this, just like skip ahead real quick in the future, or just like plug your ears or something. But if you're never going to read the book or you can't get your hands on it, Hiccup did end up relatively alone. All the dragons had moved on, and I don't think they died. I couldn't really understand it. But they did disappear. And the entire point of the books was to explain why the dragons disappeared. I just never got to finish it because then suddenly everything was going crazy in my life. So I do know that Hiccup was relatively alone. I don't know exactly what happened to the dragons. I don't know if they're going to put that in the movie at all. The problem is I didn't get to read the books, not even in order. I got to read like little bits and pieces of them whenever I could get my hands on them, and then that was it. And that was mostly whenever I was in like Barnes and Nobles or at the library. So I think my plan is I'm going to finish drawing Hiccup, and then I'm going to stop for the day, and we'll continue this live stream by drawing Rapunzel. And I'm just going to announce this again. I won't be doing completely free pictures anymore. I will be doing commissions. So if you guys have something you really want me to draw, whether it's an original character or fan art of some type of your like different kinds of characters or something like that, I will be putting up a post about commissions and tell you guys the prices, and I'll try to keep the prices as low as possible. I understand people can't really pay. It's difficult, but I think it's important for me, especially now, to start selling my artwork rather than just giving it away or and stuff like that. His hand does not look right. We have to look up his hand later to make it look a little bit better. I don't think this looks right either. So yeah, I'll be after this, most of my things that I'll be doing outside of what I usually draw for pleasure will have to be paid for. I'm sorry. Especially things like logos and all that. But like I said, I'm going to try. I understand people can't pay. They don't have a lot of money, so I'm going to try to keep it as cheap as possible. I don't want you guys to like I don't want to break anybody else's bank. I am so careful with my money. It's not even possible. I don't spend money on anything unless I absolutely need it. So I completely understand. Because I don't have money. I'm a poor person. I am poor. I am worth like $10. All right, I'm going to take out that picture of him again and try to get a better look at his hand. Look better. Do, 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 do. Look at his hand. Oh my gosh, the details. Oh. Everyone has this thing, and this is my thing. I am just obsessed with the details. If I ever got a job as like an art director, that would be my major stick. I'd be so all over all the details and the colors and the lighting. I just love it. I don't think I'd ever be an art director though. I'd probably get too excited and end up annoying people. I probably also am not like aggressive enough to be an art director. Like, it must be perfect, blah, 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 blah. I'd probably be more like, oh, it's so beautiful. I love it so much. And then annoy every one of them. Like, yeah, but should it be more of this or this? His hand needs to be bigger. I got the right shape, but it needs to be bigger. There we go. That's better. This also needs to be bigger now. Dang it. Alrighty. Woo! Dot, 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 and dot. How many people do we still have at the live stream? Is it even still going? It is still going. I have got 4 viewers. Please put your name down in either the chat or something like that so I can see what 4 viewers we have. Because we got the live chat right here. So please tell me what we have, who we have, so I can give you a shout out. I know you're one of the viewers, 10. We got 10 Tenchiko. I think I said that right. Did I say that right? Tenchiko? We have Tenchiko. And we have Margaret Hellstone. Who else do we have? All right. I just have to do his bottom leg right there, and I'm pretty much done. You know, his body looks a little smaller than usual. I gotta erase around his ear, and I gotta do little stuff like that. But overall, I think Hiccup is almost done. And then I'll probably stop for the day, and we'll continue this live stream another time, and I will finish the picture of Hiccup that everybody really wants for some crazy reason. I'm joking. I know the reason. Because unfortunately, I do need sleep. I have work tomorrow, among other things. So let's erase that little thing with his ear. Da, 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 da. I'm getting very tired. I haven't got much sleep lately because I've been trying to get this all figured out. And I thought I had everything planned really well. And then things started getting screwed up, and I still don't know why. So I got to go onto my page and figure out why things got screwed up the way they did. All right. And now I have finished drawing your Hiccup, Horrendous Haddock the Third. Woo! Yes. Here we have our Hiccup, Horrendous Haddock the Third. We have Rapunzel behind him. You can see Rapunzel very clearly in her lovely little outfit, which, by the way, will be green at the request of Margaret Hellstone. And yeah, that's it. I think I'm done for the day, as I am so tired. And I have other things I have to do. So thank you for everybody who really stayed through this entire video and watched it through all the chaos, especially seeing as the video wasn't originally coming up like it was supposed to. And yeah, that was a big mess. But yeah, we're done for now. And thank you and goodbye. We'll probably be doing this relatively soon, hopefully very soon. Until then, see you all later, and thank you. I'll be trying to get some sleep. Thank you. Bye.